Dan Genzo. Okay, back with another, script role play situation. So, one of the things that I recommend when you start raising private money is this concept of Dream 100, and it's a really good book, I think, by a guy by the name of Chet Holmes. And what he did is he just set out 100 people that he wanted to meet with and really get to know well. And not that you need to do 100 people, because that's a lot of work, but maybe there's 10 people that are in your network that you would just love to go meet with and talk about, raising capital for deals, and again, not doing the full frontal assault on that. And how that script might go when you meet somebody for a meeting, not talking about a deal in particular, is hi Bob, I'm really glad we were able to meet, build a little rapport, a little chit chat, maybe you got a referral from another guy, and you'll want to talk about your common link to that person, what a great person they are. And say, what I want to determine today is if we're a good fit to work together on some real estate deals, and maybe be a little bit more particular if it's commercial real estate, like I do, or whatever the case may be. Bob, I've got some really good opportunities I'm always evaluating. They come across my desk. My marketing's going really well. And I always need more investors that I can get a great return on investment for. If I feel like I can bring you opportunities that match what your desires are, I'd like to schedule some follow-up, discussions with you, and we can talk about those, opportunities in more detail. Does that sound good, Bob? Is that okay? And then he'll say, yeah. And then, what I might go into is, you kind of put them back in their chair a little bit, that they're not going to get hit over the head with a deal and asked to, whip out their checkbook. And then I'll kind of maybe go into, asking Bob, what made him so successful, and just kind of sit back and listen. And then he's going to eventually talk about his pain and his frustrations. And then, hopefully, you kind of interject there, wow, Bob, that's what I really admire about you, and kind of really build that person up. And then kind of say, well, because of your awesome experience and the success you have, I definitely want to get your opinions on, my real estate investing business and opportunities, down the road. And what I'd like, what you're doing there is you're really getting permission to pitch them future opportunities that would fit the kind of deals that they've told you that they like. So another step that I might use is with Bob is, well, Bob, if we were to meet a year from now, and this is maybe after Bob tells you some pain with his real estate investments, and go, Bob, well, if we were to meet a year from now, what would have needed to change between now and then with your investments portfolio? And then just sit back and listen to what their pain is. And I can virtually guarantee you that no stockbroker has ever asked them that question. So, you're going to kind of put them back by asking that question, and it shows that you care. So you ask them, and you kind of take notes of what they're telling you, and you're going to get an idea of the kind of returns that they want, their risk threshold, all that kind of stuff. And really, it's important to get to know the kind of annual return that they want to get, because you're going to be able to determine what kind of deals that you need to do, whether it's more stable deals or more value-add deals, because the value-add deals that have a little bit more risk are going to get, the higher returns. And then you become the matchmaker. That's so easy, and it works so well. And that's kind of how I have that conversation. And at the end of the conversation, I say, all right, Bob, so if I bring you a self-storage deal that is earning, 8.5% per year, and it's got good potential for upside, you're going to want to be the first person I call, right? And then he's going to say yes. And then you feel like you've really connected with them, and then they're going to be waiting for that call. Believe me, they're going to be waiting for that call. And then it's your job to become the matchmaker. And then once you get enough of these investors together that want self-storage deals or apartment deals or whatever the case may be, then you start then you start formulating the kind of opportunity that you need to go find, because you've got capital that's interested in going in these deals, and then we follow up with the second meeting. So that's just how I, doing a little role playing with you on how I use these scripts. And again, feel free to do whatever feels best for you, and I look forward to hearing about your success.